I'm Phyllis. I live in my van. Hello, my tribe. Well, you can't always be in a beautiful place like this. I'm sure you, if you're a nomad just like me, have parked at a lot of truck stops and rest areas. And we see a lot of truckers there. And I've always been curious about what they think about nomads and what their life is like. So I decided to go up and talk to one. So I have an interview with him, and I thought it was really interesting how many similarities there are between the way we live and specifically why we chose this kind of a life. So I hope you enjoy this interview with a trucker. And just a few hours later, a couple days later, I saw this other really cool lady driving a truck, and I have just a little bit at the end of her, and I hope to see her later and do more videos with her. And she has a TikTok, which I'll put in the description. So thank y'all for watching. Please consider liking the video and subscribing. It really helps promote my videos on YouTube. So thank you, and please enjoy.
Hi, I'm Tim, and I am from Toronto originally, and I drive a truck.
And this
This is Oscar.
a beautiful Oscar.
Oscar is a 2.5-year-old German Shepherd.
And you're a truck driver.
Yes, I'm a flatbedder, and so we're in Louisiana. So yeah, about 5 years ago, I quit that old job after someone had actually come from work. Oscar, no.
It's okay. Be nice, buddy. Be nice.
Someone had come from work and I cut all the valve stops on my tires at home. And
Oh my gosh, really?
and that was kind of like the last straw. It wasn't like the first straw. While they were having some beer, he told them.
Do you have some kind of beef for them, or?
I laid him off. I was a foreman.
Oh.
Once that project winds down, the company can't keep everybody, and you had to get rid.
So he was just vindictive.
Yeah, he was a miserable
So that
drunk.
happened. He slashed your tires.
Yeah, and I mean, these are the sorts of people that you actively try and put out of your life because they are just awful people. Plus, the company had seemingly no sort of sympathy for me, so so I quit that day. Until I was depressed for obvious reasons. I was doing a job I disliked, and
Yeah.
for 20 years. I was on a couple different medications. It wasn't anything serious, but
For depression?
yeah, there was a job at the airport, so I could be at the airport near the flight school, and to get that job you needed a Class D license, which is for mid-sized trucks like a snowplow or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to a school for truck driving for that, and after the second day or first day, I decided to get a Class A. So I went and got a Class A and got into a truck. I didn't get the job at the airport after all, but I got into a truck to earn some money. And once I started to replace that old job with a new one with a reliable income,
Mm-hmm.
that made a difference to my psychology, because now I never had to go back. So I ended up graduating from just paying the bills and paying some debt to saving some money to getting a better job to buying a truck and Oscar. And I'd never had a dog before. The truck,
You'd never had a dog before.
no, he's
And you bought a truck and a dog at the same time.
pretty much, yeah.
And you bought a giant German Shepherd to live in a truck.
Well, but he has a good life. He does. He gets to play with.
No, I didn't mean it didn't have a good life. I'm just thinking of a giant dog in a small space. And this boy is a big boy.
Yeah, right. So when we get out in the morning, we both get out and we run around, and we do about 6 to 10 miles a day on foot. It was also exciting, equal parts,
Yeah.
because
New life, new adventure.
it is an adventure. It's a blast, and I think, compared to some guys, we go to a different place every time, maybe five to 10 places, every time we go to a different place. Might be going to a small business and a farm and someone's home that just has a little bit of property. Nope. Spot in Texas, we backed into the property, they closed the gate, and there was just horses running around, and he's running around with the horses. There was an oyster farm in North Carolina, right on the water.
Nice.
And we just backed up to the dock and we delivered our stuff there, and you could just see how the whole process works. And I just ate an oyster right there out of the wading pool. Yeah, I mean, you just get to see stuff like that all the time.
Choose your parking space.
Don't park at the end of the row.
Why?
It's the most likely to get hit.
Oh.
And if you can avoid a reefer, yeah.
A reefer?
Refrigerated trailer.
Oh.
Because they'll have a noisy...
Even noisier than you running your truck all night long?
Probably. They kick on and off, and so when they kick on...
Oh, it's worse if it's not...
That's the way they sort of line it out, right? The parking spaces are... Love's is pretty good.
Yeah?
They're usually a bit wider, more pull-up room. Pilots are real tight.
Are they? Wow, I've never been inside one of these. And so you took out the passenger seat for the dog, right?
Yeah, first thing we did. It's not just for the dog, but it definitely made a difference.
It gives a lot more room.
To get in and out when you think about it, right?
You got up. Way to go.
Wow, buddy, good job.
Good boy. Yeah, I know, Pups. Oscar hasn't jumped in yet. So I put towels there, but for the dog. There's like 6, because he just gets wet. And
Buddy.
yeah, there's no water for him right now, but of course I'm in there.
He's had water.
And so behind you can see the bed. I mean, the dash is pretty straightforward, right?
So this is your apartment?
Yeah. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? So yeah,
Refrigerator.
that's the fridge, and it's not very deep.
Storage.
Yeah, clothes are down there. There's a table that pulls up.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, this is just a little put cutlery and things in there. And yeah,
More
fridge, there's storage above. I
Nice
put
little light.
blankets and things.
Cabinetry is pretty.
Rosewood cabinetry. That's
nice.
Western Stars.
And then you've got a
rosewood
microwave.
Yeah, and then.
And then you've got, that doesn't look like a full, you said it was a full size. It looks like just a bit more than, does Buddy need to get down?
No, he's fine. It's a little bit more of everything up there. And then there's an espresso, which is very important.
Of course.
And the TV is right there on the wall. This usually has some paper towels there.
Well, it looks cozy.
It can work, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
It's not like gonna make you comfortable 100% of the time, but it works.
But it works for you.
It does for now.
And you're not sorry that you gave up your apartment and your regular job to live on the road?
Oh, it was the other way around, I think. That I'm better off this way. Giving up that job wasn't actually giving up anything. Like it was freeing myself from the burden of that job and the environment that I was in. Yes, I know, Oscar. Yeah, I know you want to be in there. I gotta go get him.
Come here, buddy. Buddy. There you are. It's a big boy.
Where'd you go?
Have you met any other nomads as a truck driver like me?
Yeah, I have. There was a fella in Oregon or Washington. I think Washington. And he was living out of his pickup truck. made a bed in the back, and underneath the bed he put like some drawers where you could have, you know, basics,
Right.
cutlery and whatever. And he had just kind of like decided to leave an IT job. He did pretty well, like he'd make good money, but I think he just wanted something else.
What do you think truck drivers think about nomads? Do you have any opinion of us?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think that y'all think about us at all?
No.
Except when we park in truck parking at rest areas?
Yeah, right. And that's the same reason why truck drivers got kicked out of most of them. It's because they left garbage behind, or they damage the property in some way, because the trucks can roll over curbs and hit posts and signs, and if that's what you're going to do, then Walmart's just going to kick you out, because they'll tolerate it for a little while if they think they're making some money off of you.
Right.
But
you have to be a good guest.
So there are, you know, a few spots, and I've seen the conversation online about how people want to encourage other drivers to be good, so I can just enjoy the road, enjoy the places I go to. And actually, we go to a lot of places where they want us to be there, and we go over someone's house, and it's like it's like a guest coming over. I've stayed over a few times at, you know, someone's property, just like in my truck, but a place to park for the night that's quiet.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, a farm or something where there's lots of space. So that's way better than going to like a warehouse where they couldn't care less if you're there.
Yeah.
Or a big industrial plant.
Right.
Where it's just, you know, urban misery. So yeah, I get to enjoy stuff like this, and I get to meet all kinds of people like this.
And you don't regret your decision to live this way?
No. It's been like a great life experience. Like, you get an opportunity to sort of meet so many people and see so many lifestyles, and that access to sort of this world is not something you get when you stay put in one place doing the same job with the same people every day, day in, day out. I mean, it's fine, but that's what I love about this job, is that I've been able to see this country 100%.
Yeah.
I go to places most people never been.
And not be burned down with stuff or a house or...
Yeah. Again, you know, if you don't need it, you're not burdened by it. So I often might indulge a little bit and add something to my life, and then every once in a while I need to purge it, because I realize I'm just
don't really need it.
Taking on things that it's like a hoarder almost.
More stuff.
You have so much stuff now you can't see half of it.
Right.
And well, what's the point then? So yeah, what's important? I don't know, food, water, good night's sleep.
Your dog.
The dog.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saving some money. I'm planning for the future too, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm going to retire someday, and I'm going to have that money there when I need it.
Well, thank you so much for letting me talk to you.
Yeah.
For my channel.
Cool. Yeah.
Do you have any social media you'd like to promote?
On Twitter or X, Oscar's Driver is my handle.
Okay.
And that's just us roaming around the country and doing our thing.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Sure. Hi, Mom, Dad. Back at home in Kitchener, Ontario.
Yay. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Introducing yourself?
I'm a Whitney Jones. I'm from Louisiana. I am a step deck flatbed driver. I do heavy haul as well, sometimes.
That's awesome. How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it 6 years.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. It keeps me active. Now, I will say I do complain a lot in the wintertime because I'm anemic, but I put on extra layers.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Oh, do you see many other female truck drivers?
Not, I would say about a week, I would see about 5 to 6. It's getting more out here.
I've seen more and more in the last couple of years.
Yes, absolutely. I enjoy seeing women out here. This is not something you see us seeing often.
Right.
So to see another female out here doing the same thing I am, or even a box truck or reefer truck,
right.
I'm just proud.
Yeah.
Because the guy's been running it for a long time. They need help, so we're out here.
That's great. And women of color too.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would say this. I see more women of non-color out here than women of color.
Right.
On my TikTok channel, I try to encourage more women of color to come out here. It's slowly coming together.
That's
it really
great.
is.
It's just, I think it's awesome.
Yes.
Would you like to promote your social media, your TikTok? or-
My TikTok is Louisiana Grounded Angel. That's my only TikTok. There's several of them out there, but I got about 40K followers.
That's
So just
great.
follow that one.
Well, great. You'll have a few more after this.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Have a good one.